position, but Jan Mardenborough, in his first season of single-seater racing, has done superbly well this year. He's certainly one to watch out for the future. Trying to re-attack Will Buller, but has little choice but to sit behind. The Fortec boys watching the progress of Will Buller through the field, and the squabble for third and fourth is beginning to hot up as well, because Nicholas Latifi is now being attacked by the white and blue car behind of Tatiana Calderon, who has a look up the inside heading into turn one, and she's managed to dive her way through, and it looks as though, therefore, she is now up into the potential podium places. We haven't seen her on the podium as yet this year. Let's have a quick look at how she did it. Just ducks out from very late behind Nicholas Latifi, squeezes her way through and is able to maintain third position. The battle for the national class is hotting up as well, because we ride on board once more with Sun Zheng, who lies second in the national class, trying to get himself alongside Chris Flock, the Kiwi, looking, if he can, to try and secure his first national class victory of the season. They run side by side in towards the left-hander. Sun Zheng, though, pushed out a little bit wide and onto the dirty part of the circuit. That's cost him a little bit of time, as Will Buller, number 3, makes further progress. The blue and light blue car of Nicholas Latifi now down a further position. This is exactly the drive that Will Buller needs to keep his championship hopes alive. And he really is driving very well indeed now, as he's able to move his way through up into fourth position. What can he do now about setting about the car ahead in the hands of Tatiana Calderon? And what can this man, Sun Zheng, do about trying to wrestle the lead of the national class away from the grasp of Chris Flock? The two of them side by side as they start this lap in towards the braking area for the right-hander. Slightly wider line taken in by Sun Zheng. Might afford him a slightly better exit, but they'll still be nose to tail as they turn through the left-hander. Accelerating their way down towards the next section of corners on the circuit. They flick left and then they'll flick right. And it's, well, different parts of the track where the cars seem to excel. There's one part of it where Chris Flock appears to have the advantage, other sections of it where Sun Zheng would appear to have the upper hand. The two of them, throughout the course of the whole lap, the 5.148 mile Nurburgring circuit, are very evenly matched. As off has gone Jan Mardenborough. Not quite sure where it is. Looks as though the car may have suffered some frontal damage. And, well, Jan Mardenborough, BRDC Rising Star, about to clamber out of the car. Yellow flags waving, no overtaking at that section of the circuit. And let's have a quick look what happened. He turns into the right-hander. The back end starts to lose a bit of adhesion. He tries to catch it with opposite lock. It hits the dirty part of the circuit and fires itself off from one side of the circuit to the other and into the tyres. Well, as the race is continuing, there is our race leader, Spike Goddard. He is being caught, though, by that man, number 23, the white and red car of Felipe Guimarães, who has driven superbly well, and that looks as though it's Will Buller. Will Buller off and into the gravel trap, into the tyre wall. That looks like it's at the final corner. And Jordan King, therefore, the man who we ride on board with, will have seen that, because he was behind Will Buller in the race. Whether he realised it was his championship rival or not, or whether he's awaiting the team to confirm whether Will Buller is back in the race, we'll wait and see. But Jordan King now, albeit he needs to finish this race, could wrap up the championship title. Working his way through the Schumacher S's, and as he continues in the race, there is a rather disconsolate looking Will Buller, who really has seen his championship hopes evaporate over the course of the last couple of race meetings. Trevor Carling and the team looking on. They know full well that as long as Jordan King can finish this race, he'll claim the title. But Felipe Guimarães is still trying to hunt down race leader Spike Goddard as they head into the final corner. Spike Goddard looking as though he's going to take a victory here, but Felipe Guimarães dives up the inside with a very last-ditch move at the final corner, and it does look as though the Brazilian is going to come through and in a second race here at Nurburgring secure his second victory of the season. So Guimarães takes the win. Spike Goddard chases him all the way to the line, and Tatiana Calderon is going to be the first female British Formula 3 racer to step onto the international podium. She comes through and takes third place. Jordan King, however, will be classified as the champion, and he and the team will be delighted with that. Well, we've had a great start to the weekend here in the first two races at the Nurburgring, but that now makes it 6 championships on the trot for Trevor Carling and the team. So confirmation of the results, and 5th position was enough for Jordan King to take the 2013 championship, and it was a great last corner manoeuvre for Felipe Guimarães to steal the win.
Wow, man, it was unbelievable. I'm really happy. I just want to say thank to God. You know, we got him on the last corner, on the last lap, which was amazing. I'm just really happy.
However, that race was really about one man, Jordan King, the 2013 champion.
All I had to do really was finish the race, damage limitation, So the first corner, you know, I could have gone for a couple of moves, and if it was the first race of the championship, I probably would have. But as I didn't want to, you know, end up breaking the front wing or something, so we lost out a little bit at the first lap, and then obviously Will came past, and I didn't want to fight him too hard. Unfortunately, he went off, but good for me. That's all we needed really, was to finish that race.
And how does it feel, champion?
Well, I suppose in the words of Ayrton Senna, it feels pretty good.
So as King and Guimarães celebrated, there was still one more race to go, and it was our new champion that lined up on pole position. It wasn't long, though, before things kicked off. Jan Mardenborough and Felipe Guimarães locked wheels, spinning them to the back of the pack. Antonio Giovinazzi held off Nicholas Latifi for third, knowing it would be enough to net him second in the points. But no one could catch Jordan King, who finished the year in style, taking his fourth victory.
Yeah, it was a perfect finish, really. I think that's the best race I've driven all year. No mistakes, great start and fastest lap. So yeah, I can't complain too much. And then to come here and actually put everything together and get the championship is just unbelievable.
So even before this weekend, Sun Zheng had claimed the national class championship, and in the international class, well, Antonio Giovinazzi pips Will Buller to second place. The champion is, of course, though, Jordan King.
Well, it may have been a shorter season than we're used to, but it's been no less dramatic. Congratulations to Jordan King for claiming the British F3 crown. And as the celebrations continue, it won't be long before thoughts turn to 2014 and a new season. We'll see you next year.